Welcome back, guys. Today I'm doing for you guys an unboxing and a quick impression of the Oukitel K10000. Yes, that's the phone that has a 10,000 milliamp power bank built into the actual unit itself. And I say power bank because there are some unique characteristics here. You can actually charge other devices from it, which is a unique thing. But let's go ahead and check it out and see what it looks like inside the box. The box itself looks unique in its own. If you think about it in a sense, the material here feels very similar to the box actually that came with the Huawei watch or even the Mate 8. Definitely has a very nice premium textured feeling. On the side we have the mAh information. We'll go ahead and turn it over. We just have some basic information about the device itself, of course. This is the Oukitel 10000 or K10000, indicating that we have a 10,000 milliamp battery built into this device. We have the superpower saving mode, which I'm sure will help us have an extended amount of battery lifetime. And then reverse charge, which is one of the unique things about this device, is that it enables it to actually be able to charge other devices right out of the box. We'll check it out when we actually get a chance to do the review, but overall, nice to be able to share some of that 10,000 milliamp battery there, especially if you're carrying two phones. The charger that comes with it is a 9-volt 2-amp charger, and that will give us the ability to charge this unit. I'm not sure if it has fast charging, but we'll check that out. And then, of course, our parallel new design, uniqueness in design, and then more information about Oukitel and the resellers. We'll go ahead and do a quick opening of the box itself. And we have this nice little see-through paper that's covering the package itself. Again, same thing, Oukitel K10000. We'll put that to the side. Right out of the box, we have the SIM removal tool, which is nicely nested here. And this will give us access to be able to basically put in our SIM card into the unit itself. And an international charger, since this is an import from Hong Kong. It has the international charger, and I think it's stated in the box, yep. 9-volt 2-amp charger. We'll be able to use this if we have a converter, but I think I'm just probably going to use one of my 2-amp chargers that I have. Standard micro USB cable for charging purposes. Looks like it's about 3 feet, nothing big. And a USB OTG cable that's built in. And I'm assuming this is how we're going to be using the reverse charge to other devices, as you can plug this directly into any other USB charging cable, even if this one, if your system supports it, and charge it from this device. Let's go ahead and get the actual device itself out of the box. Wow, okay. It's heavy. And it looks like, let me see here. Yeah. It has just a clear case, back, little clear case here, minimalistic. Definitely a heavy device, just nice, some weight. It has the Bull logo on the back here. We'll remove the SIM, the actual plastic covering here, but overall we have a multifunctional SIM tray. It's either 2 SIM cards or a SIM card and an SD card to expand the storage that's on this unit itself. Let's go ahead and remove the plastic. And the last thing I wanted to say before we actually go too far is it does indicate here that it is not recommended to insert or remove the SIM cards while the device is on. So if you're using the device, they're instructing us to basically turn it off and then go ahead and use the SIM removal tool to be able to open it up and close it. The last thing I want to show you guys before we turn over is you can see here we have a dual LED dual tone LED flash, the camera in the back. And then, of course, the Oukitel logo with some information. It is a non-removable battery, so there's no access to the back. Let's go ahead and go to the front, and then we have a screen protector as well. I'll remove that one. And so far it looks, I mean, from the weight itself, it actually feels very heavy. It feels like it has an aluminum side casing here as far as what it's running. And again, we have a capacitive buttons at the bottom, no on-screen navigation button, maybe that's an option. A front-facing camera, the grill at the top with some sensors. It looks like we have dual firing speakers. We'll check that out when we get there. We have a microphone on the bottom. On the left side, we have the actual SIM tray that functions as a SIM/SD card expansion. So we'll go ahead and use this there. And at the top, 3.5mm headphone jack. No other options here. Then we'll go to the left. We have the power on and the volume rockers. And again, on the back, nothing major. Just the logo for the Bull logo as far as Oukitel's, and then the camera itself. Let's go ahead and power it on, and we'll go ahead and do zoom on that one. So go ahead and power, and hold. Yes, we do have a charge. As this is booting up real quick, last thing I noticed here, there was some things behind it. They include an additional screen protector, which is nice. Looks like some information packet here. Let's see what we have here. And yeah, just some basic information, warranty certificate, and quick guide, just to set it up in different languages. So we're greeting with a setup screen, and what it looks like it's Android 5.1 setup screen. We also look like we have a little side launcher that's running, reading mode, game mode, and then lock screen, and then well, I guess what it's float mode, and we have clean tasks, font, so multiple things that you can do, and then you can put it in back to sleep. We'll go ahead through the setup. It says insert SIM. We're going to skip that process at this point since we don't want to really go for that. It's going to ask us to set up a Wi-Fi. Let's go ahead and log in. So we've connected to the network itself. It's checking for updates, and it's taking a couple of seconds to go through that process. And just saying just a second here. Now, right out of the box, I'm noticing here we have a little bit over half. We don't have a percentage on the battery, but I can see I've got a little bit over half, which means technically the device has already about 5,000 milliamp battery that's ready to be used. I'm going to go ahead and skip logging into my account right now, mostly because we don't want to do that yet. We'll skip services here. Next. Device protection feature. Well, let's go back here. This is just a screen lock pattern. We'll skip that for now. Skip anyways. And then, of course, we have all the information here. These two I uncheck, I mean. Sit next. And we are at the home screen. So right out of the box, we'll notice here it has a built-in theme, so you can see here the background is already pre-customized. A lot of our applications, actually, it looks like all of our applications are on the desktop. So this is similar to the Emotion UI or MIUI's interface, which is essentially everything is on the lock screen with a custom theme based built-in. You notice that a lot of the icons are built in here, and they're also encased in this nice little metallic one. We'll bring down the notification shade. Definitely looks like Lollipop. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the device. So we have a 5.5-inch display, 720p, a 13 megapixel back-facing shooter, a 5 megapixel sub camera, which is the front-facing camera, and then we are running Android 5.1. This is the model K10000, 16 gigabytes of built-in storage. So definitely we're going to be using that expansion slot since 16 is not enough. And of course, status, kernel build, and as far as baseband. And just to make sure that we have the, here it is, build number, we'll double tap that. I guess into, you know, developer option, but the other thing I'm going to do is just go here and make sure. Sometimes when I'm running on some of the Chinese provided phones, they'll have their version of the software and their Easter egg mixed up. So this time it does match. This is obviously the recent one. We have the recents, well, we'll go back here. So recent seems to be running just basically here, the home screen, which essentially is the launcher setup. I'm sure we'll be able to configure that. Let's go through the settings real quick. So out of the box, it looks like it's pretty much, well, let's go back to the top. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Hot Knock essentially is something that's similar to NFC pairing, but that's specific to MediaTek devices. So it supports that. SIM cards, of course, since we have dual SIM card support here. More, airplane mode, that's nothing big here. Go back. Oops, we'll go back here. Display gesture and motion. So this is something unique to it. So it says telephone emotion. You know, turn to silence, answer by swing, and then smart switch, which is put phone close to the ear for to turn close to the ear to turn off the speaker. So that's if something, it's using the proximity sensor, of course. And then system motion we have here, 3-point screenshot, clip screen, 3-point entry to camera, 2-point adjust the volume, and then double tap to lock. Oh, that was nice. What do I say? Double tap the phone to lock an interface on any part of the screen. So we'll go ahead and go back here. So we don't have unlock, but we have lock. And then sound notification, storage, battery. Let's see what we have here. So it looks like this. Well, yeah. So this is when I booted it up. So it looks like it's just initial. We're going to turn on the percentage next to the battery, as I like to see it there. And then floating gestures. This is the little side launcher that we have. Handwriter settings, we don't really need to worry about this one. And then it is on, so if I disable it, it goes away, but it does come back. It's a nice little feature. I like it. It's something that you can actually also customize and put wherever you need. Location services, security, account, login, backup, those are basic stuff. Schedule on and off, so that's built in for, you know, the notification. Smart, this is, oh man, somatosensory, smart somatosensory. Okay, we'll see what this means. Gesture, gallery, move between pictures. Okay, And as far as music player, it just says move between songs. Somatosensory. I'm not sure. I think this is just I think they meant to say smart sensory, but okay. Launcher, move next to unlock. In the lock screen, the phone will hand waving distance sensor location. The phone will automatically unlock standby interface. Okay, I'm assuming this is if we just move a hand over it, it will unlock. SMS, smart sensory dial, contact dialing by smart sensory, and then call answering in the car. We'll leave these in here. These are interesting. I'll have to double check and see how these guys work. Overall, let's see as far as applications. We'll go home. So we notice right out of the box we do have Google Play services built into this. So you notice there's Gmail, there's Google, Google settings, of course, and then let's go maybe for, where is the Play Store? Oh, here it is, the Play Store. It's right there, home screen. So definitely Play services are installed. You can definitely use that. The dialer itself, will do a quick look. It looks like a stock dialer. There's nothing on it really special. So the unit itself, I'm going to mention right out of the box. I mean, as far as a feeling kind of thing, it's heavy. It feels like I'm holding a 10,000 milliamp power bank, which is similar to what if you've used it before. So that's going to be one of the few challenges I'm going to have to be dealing with as far as using this and testing out the longevity of the battery itself. Next thing, obviously, as you saw with the hands-on, it's a 720p display, it's 5.5 inches. It's running Android Lollipop, which is nice, and I'm not sure as far as updates, but at least we're running with Lollipop and we have a good base to start from. The camera itself, we have a front-facing and a back-facing camera. We'll actually be able to get a chance to test it out. The screen itself doesn't look bad. Again, my expectation at this point essentially is that this is going to be a beast as far as battery life, and that's really what it's there. A 720p display just basically supports that. Less power consumption, more power for the system to be basically running when you're using on it. The screen on time on this is going to be just ridiculous. Basically, that's what I'm expecting out of it. Size-wise, it's a bit thicker. So from what we're looking at here, and I'll show you guys the pictures in a little bit, it's actually shorter than the Nexus 6. So if you're looking at it from the standpoint of next to it, height-wise, it's a little bit shorter, and as far as thickness, it's about the same thickness actually, a little bit less, very, very like a hairline less as far as the width, but the thickness itself definitely almost about double the size of what you see on the Nexus 6P. Again, I'll show you guys some pictures of this. What I want to make sure that you guys are aware of, this is going to be a review and a giveaway. Yes, a giveaway that's going to be coming up very soon on XTA. So as soon as I'm done with my review, I'll announce the rules and the availability as far as the giveaway itself. I want to say thank you, Oukitel, for providing us this unit for review. And again, just keep it tuned here, and very soon on XTA you'll be able to pick one up for yourself, hopefully if you win. But other than that, like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you'd like to see from this device before the full review comes on. Of course, I'm going to be testing the camera, the sound, everything. Make sure that it's a functional device outside of just basically being a really long battery life type of a device. And of course, testing out how long I'm able to have the battery life on it. As the first thing I'm going to do now is charge it up to 100%. You guys noticed it had about 50% with the battery life. So I'll see you guys soon.